AI is going to help us to remove friction and not remove care. And that's a big difference.
I know that customer engagement is the center of all that we do. And I've seen how customer engagement have changed, in fact, dramatically over the years.
What our care advisors now handle are more complex. And hence, the pressure on them has increased tremendously.
Improving efficiency is not just about saving cost or manpower. It's really being able to free up you and your team members' time to spend on more value-added tasks.
Customers also want greater convenience and they want the fastest path to resolution, ideally from the app on digital channel.
Beyond speed, I feel that customers, especially now, are looking for personalization, looking for convenience, and more importantly, customers want Singtel to recognize who they are and more importantly, understand their context. Hi everyone, and welcome back to TChats, Building the Future podcast series. I'm Chong, CEO of Singtel Singapore, and today we'll explore how technology, especially AI, is reshaping customer engagement. This is a very important aspect of our business as a critical services provider because every interaction matters. With me today is my colleague, Head of Customer Engagement, Rae Nah, who has been at the center of how we serve millions of customers every day. Welcome, Rae.
Thanks, TC, for having me. Hi, everyone. I'm Rae. I oversee how we serve and support our customers across service channels.
I'm really excited to have you join me for this podcast today. And I'm excited because on this topic of customer engagement, over my 3 decades of experience in the tech industry and more recently, my 3 years here at Singtel, I know that customer engagement is the center of all that we do. And I've seen how customer engagement have changed, in fact, dramatically over the years. And I want to start by looking back at what it used to be before we talk about where things are headed. And for me, really, if I look at the huge shifts of how we engage customer, one area is really about the tools that we use and expectations that customers have, as well as the role that people play in all this engagement. But Rae, I'm excited to have you here because you've been here much longer. And I'd like to hear, what have you seen? What are the changes that you have seen? And what kind of pressure have they put on all these traditional service models that I spoke about?
In the past, customer service is largely voice first. And the biggest change is in the ways we engage the customers as well as customer expectations. Customers have now moved from I will call you to I will go to the app and I will message you, which are really convenience channels for our customers. And today, many of our customers start their journey on the Singtel app, whether assessing the bills, checking out our exciting offers, rewards, or even troubleshooting. So what our care advisors now handle are more complex, and hence the pressure on them has increased tremendously. They have to juggle multiple channels, higher expectation, as well as greater complexity, while keeping the customers warm and also making sure things are secure and trusted. So I want to do a shout out to them and kudos to our care heroes for taking care of our customers every day.
Yeah, indeed. It's a really difficult job and I can relate to what you're saying. But I want to say, beyond speed, I feel that customers, especially now, are looking for personalization, looking for convenience. And more importantly, customers want Singtel to recognize who they are and more importantly, understand their context. Do you see that as well, Rae?
Yes, we do. And exactly to your point, I think personalization is not just about addressing customer by name. It is about understanding their situation, their context, their history, and what would they like to do so that we can give them more personable and warm experience. And on top of that, customers also want greater convenience. And they want the fastest path to resolution, ideally from the app on digital channel. But if they have to get help from our care advisors, they do expect a full history to be connected to the care advisors. And in view of that, we are stepping up our efforts in connecting our experiences across digital and assisted channels. This is really to meet their needs, to bring them a more personable experience.
Tell me more about the technology.
Technology has helped us in 3 big ways. Firstly, it has enabled customer to get help faster. 10 years ago, Singtel is one of the first early adopters in introducing chat in the app and WhatsApp, mainly because it brings convenience to our customer. It's a channel that is familiar to them, and we wanted to meet them at where they usually communicate. And it has grown to be very popular channels. Thousands of customers communicate with us through these channels. Secondly, it has enabled proactive care through the analytics that we collect from listening to our customer and analyzing the customer needs from the customer life cycle. We are able to redesign customer journeys as well as redesign our apps to bring more features to them. In fact, to bring more convenience to them. Technology has also helped us to preempt issues before it hits customers. We are able to identify outliers, abnormality, and fix them before it impacts customers.
Yeah.
So in these ways, I think technology has really helped us to improve our service delivery to customers.
Yeah, fully agree. And in fact, I've seen how you and your team have worked, right? And as we improve the efficiency, and I can relate to what you're saying. But for me, improving efficiency is not just about saving costs or manpower. It's really being able to free up you and your team members' time to spend on more value-added tasks, right? Solving more complex issue and higher order of things, and more importantly, spending time understanding the problems and listening to customers. I think that's more important.
Absolutely.
But Rae, today, talking about tools, right? There's so many AI tools out there. How are all these tools? I mean, you get a flood. I mean, you must be introduced to every 2 weeks, there are new solutions showing up in the market, type of pace.
AI has helped to augment the work that our care advisors are doing. It has helped them to provide the right information to them at the right time, provide summaries or prior conversation, and also highlight customer sentiments to them. It has significantly reduced the time they spend on admin work, and which free them up to spend time on what matters the most, that is to address the customer issues and provide resolutions.
Right.
So to us, AI, we are enabling AI to be like a buddy to our care advisors, to be their personal coach and trainer.
Absolutely. But Rae, I like to just stop you there to ask, right, with all this automation happening, some customers have told me, and I've seen some feedback as well, that they think or they feel that the customer service is sometimes becoming too rules-based, too cold. How do we make sure that it still feels human as we implement all this technology?
I think that's an important point. Technology, especially AI, is moving at such incredible speed. It's going to be an ongoing process for us as we learn, evolve, fine-tune the experience for our customers. But we do it with the customer experience at the center. And we are very clear and very intentional about that AI is going to help us to remove friction and not remove care. And that's a big difference. And we are using AI to identify where those friction points are, whether it's detecting frustration, detecting urgency or vulnerability. And those moments that we do not get it right, I think AI has also helped us to identify those moments and quickly fix it, so that we can redesign the journey for our customers. And to your question on how do we make AI more human, I think it's about using AI to provide more human touch for our customers. And by human touch, I think customers are expecting to be recognized, to be heard, and to be understood in times where it matters.
Right. Well summarized. Now let's shift gears a little bit and talk about what we've learned with AI to help others. I have a simple question. You know that at Singtel, we've always tried to use and leverage and use our learning to help our SMB customers, our consumers,
That's right.
even enterprises. The more recent network slicing, we democratize it and make it available. And you know the story there. We're first in the world to do it. The big question I have is, how do we take these learnings that we've gleaned from our customer service now throughout the years, and how do we then benefit, for example, the small, medium enterprise type customers, with the knowledge that we have? Any thoughts on that? How we could help?
Yes, we are we are turning what we have built into easy to deploy solutions for our customers, especially the SMEs who may not have the skill and resources, so that they can level up quickly in the AI space. To give you a very simple example, we have an AI call assistant for our SME customers. It can help to answer the calls for SME, can help them to summarize what the callers are asking, and provide them with a good summary of the order details. I think this will help them to be able to be more responsive to customers, and also to be able to adopt the AI in a very fast manner. In parallel, Singtel is also driving Singapore's SME adoption in AI by activating an ecosystem around the AI-led partnership model. And this is a very exciting program which will be announced soon, so stay tuned and do follow us.
Oh, that's wonderful, Rae. I'm sure the SMEs will really appreciate all the help they can get, especially with their thin resources. Yep. So thank you very much, Rae. And with that, we've come to the end of this episode. And once again, I'd like to thank Rae for sharing your wisdom, your knowledge, and your experience on this topic. Please stay tuned for our next episode where we will continue our Building the Future series. See you then.